Please leave a message after the tone.
You got 7 questions due. Your life is going down the tubes. What do you do when you need advice?
This is where it gets good. Good night.
What am I fighting for?
So turn down the lights, pick up the phone and leave a message for the Nude Clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan After Dark. I'm your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Also Caleb.
And Cameron.
And today, guys, we're just going to do the regular After Dark show again. So it's 2 of these in the middle of a goals and then a book review, which is what we're going to do next week.
Really? Are you guys getting through the book?
No, but, I mean, I can listen for
it's
8
like
hours.
15 hours, and I'm going to plow it as soon as I go back to work.
I think it's only 10 hours, isn't it?
It's 15. Or it's like 14 and a half, I think, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that in 2 days. So that's the nice thing about us is you don't have to worry about us, Cameron.
Yeah, yeah, we only have to worry about you.
Yeah, it's just like anything else. except for a bunch of things that neither of you finished, but you know. Well, I think Craig's track record might be worse now because you've
as
only
far as
failed.
books goes.
No, as far as like finishing games on time for the shows.
Oh, yeah.
Because you haven't done Cuphead.
Yeah.
But he was going to do Sekiro. Oh, you're supposed to do Sekiro.
No, he
Cuphead.
tapped out super early on Sekiro. Yeah. Like probably the day Sekiro was announced, he tapped out.
Yep.
So expectations were set.
Yeah. But, I mean, the tap out was still there. It wasn't a preemptive tap out. It was a tap out after playing it for a few hours and realizing...
I played it for like a week before it was voted on. And as soon as it was, I was like,
Did you see our
It's
end
not
of the
gonna
year
happen.
stats, though? Did you see how much I played that fucking game? And did you see how much Cameron played? That was on your top 3, right?
Sekiro? No.
Yeah, oh, really? No.
It was close, but no.
I'm pretty sure those numbers are inaccurate, too, because it didn't have Dragon Quest on there for me. And Dragon Quest I had about 70 hours in. Which is more than I had for Sekiro.
That's another Craig Gate conspiracy. Although
Jake showed you the trophy for me beating it.
anyone could Photoshop your little icon into the corner with a trophy list at a specific date.
I'm sure they could.
Jake obviously did it. He did it for the sanctity of the Dragon Quest podcast. You found a way to get away with it, with someone else enabling you. With
Gotta get away.
Yeah, with Jake like intentionally fudging it so that the podcast wasn't like diluted for all time.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I got you figured out, Craig. I got you locked down, and now you just fucking refuse. You don't even have to fudge it. You just say no. You little bastard. God. All right. Anyway, we're also doing another challenge thing. So with the weight loss thing, we're going to be doing a challenge between me, Cameron, and Joe, where we're going to put $50 a month into the PayPal, and then whoever loses the most percentage of their body fat percentage will win the $100 from the other 2 people. Is the idea. So Cameron, let's say Cameron is at like what you said is like
24.5.
Yeah, 24.5. So if next month he's at like 22.5, it'll just be 22.5 over 24.5, and then that's his percentage down of his percentage.
Right.
We were going to do bulk percentages, but that's kind of unfair for the fatties. Not that any of us couldn't lose a good amount in the beginning, but like if we do this for a full year, I mean, or however long we do it, it's like a few of us are going to be skinny enough that it's going to be really hard to do that. But if it's a percentage of your percentage, then it'll still be easy.
Right.
It'll get harder, but it will still be doable, is the thing.
Yeah. What was your percentage at?
You know what? Let me check it right now.
Make sure you're on your profile.
It has profiles on that thing.
Yeah. Well, we were using a guest one, so just got to make sure he's using his. Craig has not decided to join us. He does know his percentage, but he has not yet said whether or not he's going to participate.
This is interesting radio right here.
Yeah, he's just very aggressively not holding his body mass index calculator thing.
Well, you're supposed to hold it like at arm's length. But hang on, one more time.
He's holding it out. He's getting his reading. It's taking a while.
Okay, I got 3 different ones. All right, I'm going to go with 30.9. That's the middle ground with the 3.
30.9.
Isn't that about what Joe said his was? It was like 30.
He was 29 something, if I remember.
Okay, so mine's at 30.9. Such a fat slob. I think we can all agree. So I'll give it a month. It's funny because last night when I did it, it was...
Joe was 29.8.
Last night when I did it, it was less. It was like 29.
I mean, it's going to adjust based off of what you currently have in you, but...
30
It'd just be the average of doing it over time.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is real fucking interesting.
Yeah, so there it is. There's a challenge. We're going to see who loses the most, and we're going to give each other money for it. Yeah, my record, I think I was... So Chase says his record was 4.8 when he was in college. Mine, when I was in college, I think, and this is the only time I've ever checked it, it was probably lower at one point. It was 9, I think it was 9% or 8.8. And that was when I still weighed like 160 pounds. And I've been skinnier than that and in better shape than that. So I don't know what my lowest is. But
I remember back last year around Thanksgiving time, just around that time, I was almost 30% body fat. And so that was like Thanksgiving last year, not the one we just passed. So a little bit over a year, I'm now down to 24% body fat after I've been up to 30.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Craig isn't doing it. Well, we talked about it in our chat that we have. We have like an ongoing chat for all the podcasts, and no one said anything except for me and Cameron. So
I just don't listen to Joe's voice messages. It's annoying, and he should stop doing it.
You could join it, though, if you want to.
Maybe for funsies, but not for money.
So just to keep track of it?
Yeah.
All right. You never want to do anything for money, Craig. Like, we need to play poker for money again. That's the one thing
We've never
you'll...
played poker for money.
I have. I don't know if I played it with you, though. We always mean to, and then no one brings money, and then we just play pretend poker, and then it devolves into, like, fucking memes and videos, and then no one wants to play anymore. That's the fate of a poker night.
Yeah, I had to have a little bit on the line to keep people interested over time.
Yeah, and if not everyone brings money, then no one's fucking interested over time, which always happens. There's always at least one person.
We play for a really long time, and then we just, like, never...
Yeah, we end up playing, we all enjoy it for the first hour and a half, but after that, it's just like, we're ready to do something else.
Weak.
That's why we need to add
We
other
also
stuff.
get, like, a shitload of chips out, which we should not do.
No, and we should honestly be able to buy out when we want to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have, like, the chips worth X amount of money and you get pretty ahead and you're like, no, I'm done, then you should be able to quit. Because then it doesn't become, like, 2 people with most of the chips playing for, like, an extra hour.
Yeah.
Because that's bullshit.
Or we could figure out another way to play it instead of passing chips back and forth. It's more of like a tournament style. The winner gets all type of thing.
Yeah, but that's when it takes so long that everyone gets tired of it.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with that. All right, let's see what we have for questions, though. So, guys, keep that in mind. That is a challenge that we're doing. We're going to update you once a month. It's annoying because it won't line up with our one a month that we talk about our goals unless we change it.
All right, should we try
Okay.
Cam's booze before we do this?
Yeah, we could do that. Did you grab any glasses?
Yeah.
Oh.
We brought a box of glasses.
Okay, so we have some Redbreast single pot still Irish whiskey. I've had that before. It's okay.
I have not.
Bolete bourbon frontier whiskey, misspelled.
Have not had that either.
Ardbeg Ugadil
Ardbeg.
Islay single malt Scotch
Ugadil.
whiskey.
Yeah, so this one, the Ardbeg Super Smoky, not as smoky as the 10-year. Bullet's just an average bourbon whiskey. And then Redbreast is my favorite of the bunch right here. So we'll do Bullet first.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah, Redbreast.
That's not a good sign. I think this was the good one. You had another one that was the... What was the other one that you had? There was another...
Might be a little much. I'll keep this one for me.
There was another alcohol you bought right around the Redbreast.
Yeah, the Auchentoshan.
Yeah. I think that was the one I didn't like. It was something. It was like... I remember the box that it came in, and it might be Redbreast that I didn't care for. But we'll see.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the Bullet just because I feel like it's good. It's just average.
Yeah, let's get drunk and then,
And then record.
And then record.
All right, are you just going to toss it back? Or are you going to drink it like a real whiskey connoisseur?
Well, I mean, if...
That's got a hefty smell right there.
Oh!
That's paint thinner 100%.
Shit.
Those rye notes. You're not supposed to swirl it, but then when you drink it, you're supposed to let it sit in your mouth for a second and then swallow it. But I don't know. Let's see what you guys do.
That's craziness. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I just like Bullet. It's a great, opening bourbon.
It tastes better before you swallow it. I think holding it in your mouth for a second
Yeah,
is actually...
so what it does is if you just toss it back, all you're going to taste is the alcohol. And you only do that with cheap whiskeys. Where if you let it sit in your mouth for a second, you can let the other flavors come out a little bit.
God,
That made my tongue go numb.
It's so dry,
That
right?
was a lot in my glass. So I'm going to not finish the rest of that, but you guys try.
Okay.
No. Let's just wait. We'll break out the bottle after our question, the next bottle. So it gives you some time in between to refresh your palates a little bit. So what's the first question?
All right, let's see. This is a first-time one, so it could be a spam call. But we'll answer it nonetheless.
Hey, what's up, New Clan? Might and Magic here. I tried calling a couple times. But I do have a question. My question is, what fucked up thing did you guys do as a kid? I did some pretty fucked up things when I was a kid with my buddies. We lived in a small town. You get bored, it's like, well, fuck it, go jump off that bridge because you ain't got shit to do. So I'm just curious, what kind of fucked up things did you guys do as a kid? All right, thanks, man. And, I really appreciate you guys' show. Keep on keeping on, brothers.
God, of course you put the Craig thing in there. Keep on keeping up on keeping on.
That's what you got to do.
All right, so what crazy things did we do?
I remember Schweitz and I had a water chugging contest with like those fucking like
Yeah, that's
60
super fucking crazy.
64. Well, I mean, it's like the 64-ounce cups, and like we did how many was it? Like 4 times.
Yeah, well, you actually get drunk off
was
of
like-
that. I think it also can kill you, but
No, it can kill you because it can thin out your blood. I don't know necessarily it makes you drunk, but
I
can
think
make
the
you drunk.
thinning of the blood is what makes it feel similar.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
think-
there has
I think
been one
Scode
case
was
that
there
I know
too,
of.
and Scode like barfed after
that
one time.
I've only seen one case of someone who drank that much water and died. But
I think I made it tea. I was drinking tea, if I remember.
Oh yeah, we did do the fucking.
Because I had a phase where I was really into tea. That's not crazy though.
It was iced tea, right?
Yeah, it was stupid. What? Shit, I had one and then I lost it. What did I used to do?
yeah,
Oh, me and Cody and his brother, we used to have BB gun fights.
yeah, I did that before.
And there was one point where Zach, my buddy Cody's brother, was he's such an idiot, dude. He was such a fucking tard. He was holding this cookie, and he, like, held the gun, like, up, he, like, hip-fired it, and he was trying to shoot the cookie point blank, and he shot a chunk of his thumb off. Like,
Yeah.
it was just, like, a giant cavernous chunk. And then, like, after he did that, dude, he, like, chucked the gun, and then he was, like, walking around camp just, like, picking shit up and, like, just fucking destroying it. And like I went and sat in the van for a minute. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened to him? And then Cody's like, oh, he shot his finger and he's bleeding all over. And I was like, oh, Jesus. And like he goes out and he like grabs the shovel, the shit shovel, and he just like fucking is slamming it against this like wood stump, and then it shatters and he just chucks it. And then he goes off into the woods for a minute and he's like standing over there to stay calm. And then some guy, some random dude, I don't know who the fuck this was, like just walks through our camp and like walks right past him and he's like, get the fuck away from me! He like thought it was one of us or some shit. It's just some rando in like a fucking bike helmet. And so we used to shoot each other with those. And dude, I shot Cody in the head when he was coming back from taking a shit, and it was not good, dude. Yeah. That was some stupid shit. Like you could we could have taken his fucking eye out. Like,
so what we used to do back when I lived in Springville, the whole area we were in was in the process of being built up. So there was just houses with just the frames up and some plywood and stuff like that. So after the workers would go home, we would all grab our BB guns and some two-way radios, and then we would go fucking room to room type stuff, shooting each other with BB guns.
Yeah, it's such a bad idea, dude. And they fucking hurt too. They hurt.
Oh yeah, but then there was that one time we were fucking around with frozen paintballs and paintball guns. Yeah, if you thought BBs, they can get embedded into your skin and whatnot, but man, do frozen paintballs fucking hurt.
I imagine so, yeah. I remember being hit with paintballs. I can imagine what a frozen paintball would do.
Yeah. Don't do it. But is that qualifies like fucked up? I mean, maybe a little bit.
It's pretty stupid. I think what he's really hitting at is like, what dumb shit did you used to do when you were bored?
I mean, I think that kind of qualifies.
Yeah.
BB gun fights, paintball, frozen paintballs.
We used to blood choke each other a lot too. That was something that my old roommate Hayden was into, and he would just randomly come and blood choke people at random, and we all got really into that. And like, we could never blood choke Cody.
We all got really fucking into asphyxiation.
Yeah,
for some reason, my dick just ended up in my hand.
Yeah. It ended up in my hand with a bunch of that Vienna sausage juice all over it. It's weird.
Oh.
I had some of those the other day, Craig. And they're not bad.
I like them.
The smoky ones. I had the smoky ones.
They're all awful.
I got rid of the jizz, though. I couldn't handle the jizz. I was like, God, this is disgusting. But the baby, Nicholas, he loves them too.
Well, he doesn't know any better.
Yeah, hey, eat your little cum weenies, you little fucking queer.
Odd choice.
Yeah, it is repulsing, but they're actually not that bad. It's like they taste okay. The idea of them is disgusting,
right?
But they are okay themselves. It's like Spam, basically. It kind of just tastes like Spam. It's just canned meat that's
soaked in cum.
So any canned meat soaked in cum tastes like Spam.
I used to spend a lot of time out in the wilderness, in the mountains in Springville, just because that was one of the things we could go do. I used to catch a lot of snakes. I mean, it sounds like it can be pretty fucking stupid because Utah does have quite a bit of, rattlesnakes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, the biggest snakes I would usually catch are just, gopher snakes and stuff like that. They would bite you if you were not careful, but
yeah, I don't like snakes, man. Jace is like, he'll just grab them too.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, there's like, for me, like the primordial enemies are like, I can't fucking do it, man. Like snakes and spiders, I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't mind looking at them and shit.
Used to catch snakes. I have 2 black widows at my house. In jars, of course, but
yeah, it's ready to release on the enemies. I don't know.
One time we got in a lot of trouble for peeing down in the stairwell of an old apartment building.
What?
Yeah, so you know how stairwells are, at least with apartments that are kind of starting to get down into the basement level, they'll have a stairwell and then a drain in the back of the stairwell.
Oh, yeah.
Just, if it rains and stuff, the place the water go. We used to, instead of going up to our apartment to go to the bathroom, we had to, and we're outside playing, we would just we'd pick this one apartment, or this one building off in the back, just go fucking pee in the drain down there until we got caught.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, what was... Oh, I had
Used to
one.
do a lot of stuff on four-wheelers and shit. I have, rolled my fair share of four-wheelers and stuff. There was the time I almost drowned, trying to save a drowning friend.
Oh, that's a scary one.
Yeah.
I used to look at the sun when I was a little kid. That's probably when my eyes were fucked up.
Schweist is so fucking bored. He stares at the sun.
I would just stare at it until I couldn't anymore.
Well,
I think that's damaged my eyesight. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, fucking, of course it did. No, but what about your Southern Superman story?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the other one was a funny story like that, too. So when I was a little kid, there was this guy, this super redneck guy that had just garbage all over his yard. Like it was just covered in garbage, right?
Right.
And I was like, man, that's pretty disgusting. And then he came over one day and he's like, hey, if you clean up my... Oh, no, he had a flag that was really cool. It was a Confederate flag, but I was like 8, so I didn't know what that was.
And you were living in Florida at the time.
And I was living in Florida, so it was like all over, right?
Right.
And it had these zombies coming out of the ground, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And it said, like, the South will rise again. And I asked him if I could have it, and he said I could have it if I cleaned his yard. So I cleaned this horribly disgusting yard, and, like, I used to just burn his trash. It was really kind of gross.
Yeah.
But it's like fucking... It's like, I don't know, that's just what you do when you're poor, I guess. You just burn your garbage instead of, putting it into the garbage can that the city takes care of.
Yeah, it's a thing.
And so I got that, and then we moved, and I took it with me. And there was one day where I was running out in the front yard with that on my back like it was a cape. I was pretending to be Superman. So I was Super Aryan Man, and my mom was like, Caleb! I was like, what? She's like, get in the house now! Because I was like, there was like me and then one other white kid, and that's it. Everyone else was black. And I got beat up out there because I was small and I was younger than all of them. And dude, there were a few times where they would fuck me up, man. And I'm pretty sure that's why. Yeah, I'm pretty sure their moms saw
probably
it.
Part of it.
They're like, oh, those racist fucks. And yeah, so that was fun. It's hilarious thinking back, but it's kind of fucked up looking at it now.
Yeah,
it's just unfortunate that, like, the cool colors, the red and the black, they have to be associated with these terrible things. Like, it looks sweet, but it's a swastika. It's like an SS uniform. It looks really slick, but it
and that leads us to your gamer tag that you've had for quite some time.
Yeah, the swastika. Yeah, that was a joke that is overplayed itself in recent years. Because there was a thing at work where people thought I was a white supremacist.
I wonder why.
Because I shaved all my head off, my hair. And
shaved all my head off.
Yeah, I shaved all my hair and like my beard and stuff all at the same time because I usually just like get rid of it all.
Yeah,
once.
like you just did now.
Yeah, like I just did. And someone was like, "Oh, I think he's a white supremacist," and it was like going around as a rumor. And I'm like, "That's because I cut my hair? Like, what a retarded thing!" And then like one of the guys is like, "Oh, I want to add you on Steam." Or no, I told him I'd add him on Steam, and then he's like, Schweistica? And I'm like, yeah, it's a joke. And then I came back and I thought about it. I was like, oh man, I wonder if he's heard the rumor that I'm a white supremacist. And I was like, well, just so you know, it was a joke when I was a kid. I don't mean it like as a thing, Just so you know, I'm not a white supremacist. I just think I'm better than everyone else. I don't think I'm better because of my race. I just think I'm better because I'm me. Just so we're clear.
Which is very true.
Yeah. So that was fucking crazy.
The dangerous things I used to do is really just fucking climbing deep into the mountains in Springville and stuff like that, and finding caves and shit and going into them and stuff like that. My brother and I were all over those mountains.
Yeah. Shit, there was another one that was on the tip of my tongue that was like perfect. Things I used to do.
I got into a fight with a horse.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh, I got thrown off a horse, but that wasn't like it's a dumb thing to do. It was just we were, out camping on a ranch area, and the neighboring ranch had some horses that had been ridden because it was just springtime. They hadn't been ridden for a minute. And so, they're like, oh, yeah, you guys wanted to ride a horse? And this horse, was all rambunctious from not, doing stuff all winter and stuff like that. I was the first one up on it because, fuck that. I'm not going to bitch out, for anything. So I get up on this fucking horse, and I'm up there. I hold on for like 2-3 seconds before I'm flying through the air and just slam to the ground. You know that feeling when you get the wind knocked out of you, can't breathe for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt and uncle had a couple horses, and I was riding one named Barney, and he was an asshole, and he threw me off. And being a kid, I was really pissed about it, so I slapped him in the face, and he and I had like this enmity that just like lasted until he died. Like every time he saw me, he would just like narrow his eyes.
I had a history teacher once who said that springtime he'd take his horses out and he'd have a big old wrench with him at the same time. So if the horse started getting uppity, he'd just he said he'd let it know he was in control with the wrench, and he'd quiet right back down. Yeah. So take it as you will.
Yeah. One of the things that I did that was really funny, and I don't know if I've told you guys about this. I think I might have. So there was this one point in high school where like for some reason I just decided to talk to the like gangbanger dudes, like these two Hispanic guys that came from like California, and they were in gangs and shit.
Yeah.
Like they did some things that they shouldn't have done, right?
Right.
And I was talking to them about it, and they were talking about how bad their neighborhood used to be, right? And I was
Right.
like, yeah, you know, I mean, I lived up in Salt Lake for a little while, and it's pretty rough. And they laughed at it, and they're like, oh, come on, Salt Lake's ridiculous. And I was like, no, man, I don't know. I was like, I saw some things up there. Like, I did some things I regretted. And
Just
they're like, oh, yeah?
fucking, and talking out of your ass.
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, I saw a guy die, like, right in front of me. And then they're like, holy shit. And then, you know, like, after a while, we didn't talk about it for a while, but then they would always, like, say hi to me, and, like, they had this respect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was so fucking funny to me, because I was like, oh, man. I mean, there was a guy that died, but I didn't see him. I was just, like, in the vicinity of him dying. And, yeah, you know, he died close to where I was living, like, very close. But, like, it was just so fucking funny to me that, like, I convinced these guys that I was, like, an ex-gangbanger like they were. And yeah,
Right.
it was just Salt Lake City, but like there was this like level of respect that we had for each other. After
You
that
Sharpie a tear tattoo on your face.
yeah.
And you have to keep it up the rest of the time, whenever,
Yeah.
you know, in case you see him again.
Where's your tattoo, Holmes? Oh fuck! I put some makeup on.
I got it removed.
I had a job interview today. I had to put makeup on over top of it. That was pretty funny, and I could have gotten my ass kicked for fucking around like that. I did call a guy a puta one time, and he fucked me over.
Yeah.
But he kind of cheap shotted me. I called him that, and then like 5 minutes later, he like slammed my head. Into
I don't
the
know what it
locker.
is. I only got into one serious fight in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I just don't know what it was. People just didn't want to mess with me. They fucked with my brother all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this one time, you know, like I just remember, like even like in like the third grade onwards, he was always just like the kid people would pick on. There was only a couple times I had to tell people to knock it off, you know, just, you know, rough him a little bit like a big brother should. But there was this one time my brother, I don't know what it is, like what he would do, but certain assholes would always like target him. And this one dude started threatening my brother, like, I have a knife, like, blah, blah, you know, threaten him with a knife. So my brother reported him. Then they searched the kid's locker, found the knife, expelled the kid. And so the kid and some of his friends tried to jump my brother after school. My brother he was an avid skateboarder. He didn't do like a whole bunch of tricks and stuff like that, but he would just go skateboarding. And so he would skateboard home from school. They try to jump him. And then my brother just fucking smacked the kid across the face with his skateboard. Just laid him out. Like, oh, God.
Nice.
Like that alone, yeah.
That was the first and last time I've ever been proud of him.
No. Him standing up for himself like that, dude.
Yeah.
It was like that. I don't know if he kept getting teased after that or, you know, gotten after, but
I got picked on by Hayden actually in high school a lot. He would always call me a fat ass.
I mean,
but it's funny because
Hayden's a dick. This is
I
not
know,
my
yeah.
brother Hayden.
No.
But this is your roommate Hayden.
he is a dick, but it was
Yeah.
fun because then like we had brawls in the backyard.
I remember that.
And then there was one time where he kneed me in the face, and so I picked him up and I just like slammed him onto the ground. Like I picked him up full body and just over my head and just fucking dropped him.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's for everything, you fucking
We gotta
asshole."
start Fight Club back up.
You fucking asshole. Yeah, he didn't weigh a lot.
Oh
he
yeah,
only
Fight
weighed
Club.
like 180.
Yeah, that's
but-
another stupid fucking thing.
Yeah, we did that a few times. Mostly it was an idea.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to break our bones or anything.
There's the rules, just not the face. That's it.
Yeah. There was that, and then fuck, I keep having these good ones that I just lose. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any more that I'll relate. So
Oh yeah, I used to get into a lot of fights though. Like the kids used to call me an alien because I had really blonde eyebrows, and it
well,
would
they
look
would
like,
call me an alien too.
Yeah.
But I just went with it.
Well, I told him not to do it anymore, and then it's fucking like right after I told him, like, look, I mean, don't say that shit to me anymore. I was like 5, so I didn't actually say that, but and then like as they walked away, he just said like whatever, and then he said alien again, and like I just grabbed his buddy and I like chucked his buddy to the ground, and then I like jumped on the guy's back and just started fucking pommeling his head. I always got in trouble. Like I was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I told the teacher. Teacher didn't do anything. And so I took his fucking giant friend out just by throwing him, and then I fucking jumped on him and started beating him down. And I
Yeah.
got my water day taken away. How bullshit is that? It's like the fucking water day.
water for you, boy.
Yeah, like, both years I got into a fight in my water day.
thirst zone.
Yeah. It's fucking solitary confinement. I'm like in a little square
Like
under
just like the water trough they steal from you. Just
No more water.
Yeah. Like Florida, they would just have these massive water days, but I never got to go. 'cause
what's a water day?
They just
seriously.
it's like you just get like a shitload of hoses and like everyone just like plays in the water. I
All
never
right.
got it because I always got into one fight at one point, and
Florida's having water day in the back in his, remember what we had to do in Utah during the same time? All like the fucking drought stuff. You couldn't leave
Yeah.
the water on for so long.
yeah,
Like
you'll
grass day.
get your fingers cut off, your hand cut off.
It's
the water.
let's go burn the lawn day.
Bushfire day.
yeah, so you don't die. Yeah, and we're
They're just
out
over there laughing and just like just copious amounts of water just gone.
just wasting it. Yeah, I didn't participate.
We're in a drought.
There was
Yeah.
that one, and then oh man, there was this fucking kid. I got my buddy to go to the Boys and Girls Club finally because like I was really into that for a while.
Right.
Because I just got to play basketball a lot, and I used to really like playing basketball.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
And
I remember a story.
And what happened is I finally got my buddy, and he has autism. Or no, is he autistic? Yeah, he is. He's high functioning, so he works, but it's like limited work now, you know. But like he was the first friend that I had when I moved here because his mom was friends with my mom, and so like I was like trying to help him become normal. Which I mean, I didn't realize the futility of that when I was a little kid, and I was like, you should come with me to this place. It's kind of fun. There's a lot of stuff to do. You can find something to entertain yourself with. And so I brought him as a guest one day, and there was this fucking kid, man, this little fucking guy. He was probably like a year, maybe 2 years younger than me. No, I think he was about this. He might have been a little younger than me, but I didn't give a shit. So what happened was he kept calling him a fucking retard. Like he kept calling him a retard, and I told the office, I told like the people in charge, I told the people watching him. And I told him too. I was like, "Look, I don't want to hear you fucking say that anymore." Like I was like, "If you say that again, I'm gonna kick your ass." And I told him that. And then as he walked away, the same fucking thing that happened to me before with the kid calling me an alien. He said whatever, and then he said retard again. And I was so fucking pissed, dude. Oh man, he started walking away, and I grabbed a basketball. And I called his name out, and the second he turned around, that fucking thing was in his face, dude. As hard as I could fucking throw it. It was so perfect. The little douchebag turns around and just fucking bing! Right off his fucking head. And I ran at him, but I got held back. But probably a good thing. But it fucked him up, man. He was crying and everything. And I'm like, oh, you little fucking bitch. Who's a little fucking retard now, huh? It's like, God, fuck that guy. But yeah, that was another one that was pretty stupid.
Right.
But I fucking told him I was going to kick his ass if he called my buddy a retard again.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just difference in temperament. I guess when I got called an alien, I just fucking ran with it and just,
Yeah.
Because I thought, whatever. It's just because my eyes and stuff. I was never picked on, but I always tried to build up the hype around it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways. Do you want to call it with the one?
Do we have another
I think
call?
we do have another one. We could do another one.
Now I'm going to pour us another drink out of the Redbreast, my favorite.
All right. January 8th. So that one we should have gotten to. Okay. Yeah, let's see this one. Let's see what we got.
Okay, this comes from the subreddit, Am I the Asshole? And you have to determine whether I'm the asshole or not. My friend and I had a night out at the pub and got really drunk. He ended up hooking up with the girl and taking her back to my place as we planned to sleep at my house that night. The next morning, we both realized what he had done, and he begged me not to tell his girlfriend, who is also my friend, whom I'm really close with. I didn't feel right about him not telling her, so he offered me $500 to keep quiet. I actually needed something done on my car, so I accepted and got my car fixed. I've been feeling really guilty about not telling her, and every time we hang out, I want to tell the truth, but I can't. I told my girlfriend, and she said I am a really shitty person, and I should have told her. Then and there. My other friends are on my side, but I feel like they really aren't. I've gotten a lot of mixed opinions, so strangers on the internet, am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole, but you can still be an asshole for it.
Yeah, the core asshole in this situation is the guy who, betrayed.
Yeah. The what? Sphincticus Maximus is the guy who treated.
Sphincticus Maximus.
Yeah, is the other guy your friend? But are you the
Lord
asshole?
Starfish.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think he's the asshole, Cameron? I think
it's hard to determine.
I think what is this, Redbreast?
Yeah, this is Redbreast.
Maybe a shot of a swill, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, of Redbreast.
What do they call it? I don't remember. There's a certain word for it.
Sippy cup. Sippy cup of Redbreast.
Yeah, just try it. This is by far my favorite. This is what you hear me drink the most whenever I'm streaming or in a party.
Well, that's way less harsh. That's for sure. As I like.
Oh, man, I fucking love this stuff.
Yeah,
I go through it so fast.
As Cameron is playing, I'll just hear like thunk. Yeah, I'll just hear that constantly, and I'm like, yeah, Cameron's drinking again. Shink. How much is that a bottle?
This one here in Utah, it's just over $55. This one's around the $30 price range. The Bullet's around $30. Redbreast's around $55. Now the Ardbeg, this is the Ugadal. This is around $82 here. But the reason why we saved this one for last is because once you have this one, you wouldn't be able to really taste the differences in anything else. It's very powerful stuff.
Nice, and they're all whiskeys, right?
Yeah. So Bullet is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Redbreast is a single pot, still Irish whiskey. So it's Irish whiskey. It's very drinkable, very mild as far as whiskeys go. And then Ardbeg is just a Scottish punch to the face.
Yeah.
This
one.
Have you had a smoky whiskey before?
No. I like the Redbreast.
Redbreast.
It's pretty good.
That's so good.
What do you think, Craig? More smooth?
Oh yeah, it was definitely more smooth than the Bullet.
Would you purchase it for $55 a bottle?
No, I would not.
I don't know if I would either, but
it's so fucking good.
It's way better than like Crown Royal and shit.
Oh
like that.
yeah,
Like, that's
it's
trash compared to this.
Like, say goodbye to Jameson and Crown Royal and other fucking cheap whiskeys and stuff like that. Like Redbreast is my go-to, and if I can find something cheaper that's basically the same thing, yeah, I'd totally get it.
Crown Royal used to be my mainstay, and
so
it's
gross.
so nasty. Yeah, it's fucking god, so cheap.
All right, let's go ahead and
Was this in a barrel?
Yeah, that's how they.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
how they
starting
make
to taste
whiskey.
the wood.
There you go.
Yeah, you can taste that wood, huh? Yeah.
So it's
I
when
left it in my
it's when
mouth
you're
a
no
little
longer
longer.
taking shots. You're not when drinking whiskey changes from taking shots to get drunk as fast as possible to sipping it, smelling it, and just savoring it. And then you start to taste the other stuff in it, and it makes it a lot easier to taste the stuff outside of the alcohol.
An oak cask for 12 years.
Yeah,
That's why it's $50.
Yep.
Because the other
There you go.
shit's not
That's why
12 years old.
No, I think when you call it straight bourbon, I don't remember quite, but I think it has to be at least 3 years aged to be a straight bourbon.
Yeah, that's why alcohol is
It's
pricey. Like,
very
it takes a long
drinkable
time.
wood varnish right there.
Very drinkable wood varnish.
There you go.
Yeah. And so this one's supposed to have notes of dried fruit and spice.
I did
With
taste the spice.
Toasted oak, sherry.
Definitely
undertones.
didn't taste no fruit.
Yeah.
I did get the wood, though.
All right.
right.
I'm glad you got the wood.
Yep. Definitely tasting wood. Tastes like a popsicle stick.
A toasted popsicle stick.
I don't know. I don't know what a toasted popsicles. I don't know what a toasted popsicle.
Oh,
stick
the word
would
I was
taste
looking
like,
for earlier
but,
is a dram.
I
Pouring
guess,
you a dram.
I guess red breast would be it.
So yeah, he's an asshole. And then the reason why I'm pulling on that is just because, yeah, he's an asshole.
What level do you step in though as an outside agent? I mean,
it
it
is
is
Apparently,
really
if all their other friends already know, I mean,
If it's your
kind of,
if all the other friends already know and that everyone else is keeping it secret, I mean, you
then
can
they're
be
just as much
safe,
of an asshole as
you can be
are.
safe in the asshole community that you take part in.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you're.
It's still an asshole to take money to keep quiet.
Oh, yeah.
It's you're taking a bribe at that point.
yeah.
And yeah, that's real shitty stuff right
That's
there.
weird that they would pay you that much money though.
Yeah,
It's definitely serious.
yeah.
And then you can always just be like, well, we didn't have an actual contract, so the money's gone.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? And if it's your friend, I think I would tell if it was one of you guys.
So I don't think we're going to answer another question because we have enough. So let's just go ahead and try the last one.
All right. Yeah, better get it. Got to get it all in one episode. It's,
I mean, I'm going to take this home. I don't think I'll bring
the
it
comments
back.
again. Okay.
you don't think you're bringing it back? Never had a Scottish punch to the face?
Cam's probably just gonna chug it.
A4 said Black Widows is code for skin diamond fleshlights.
Skin diamond flashlights. Now, have you guys had a smoky whiskey before?
No. Craig's only had 4 alcohols.
Yeah, I've
Only
only
4
had what
alcohols
you
in his
guys have
entire
brought.
life. Okay, that
Well,
was
actually,
yours.
I've had a few that I bought on my own. But
Okay, so yeah,
You've bought
definitely-
alcohol on your own? Oh,
Yeah.
Schafferhofer. Huh?
Definitely
well,
smell.
not just
this
Schafferhofer. I bought
first.
I can't remember what it. What
And remember,
brand it
this
is.
one-
My brother has it at his place, but it's a
45.
Kahlua, and then I bought a pralines and cream.
And so
type
this
thing.
one is a bit more alcoholic by a bit
pretty
compared to the other
good.
two as well. So this one is definitely going to give you more of a ethanol punch. There we go.
So this one were... Okay.
Well, I like the smell of this one the best.
Oh yeah, it's
I can tell you that.
very good smelling. Again, this one has treacle, bacon, and
definitely-
bonfires. But Ardbeg is an Islay single
I
malt
can
Scotch
smell
whiskey.
that smoke.
Dude, I think it smells disgusting.
Really?
Yeah. It smells like... Oh, dude.
So you're gonna get that
Yeah,
peat,
that
that
smells-
smoky peat, briny, fishy smell a little bit. And so when you do taste it, it'll be a little more oily on your tongue. But it's going to be a lot of smoke and then a lot of the brine flavor. So
Mm-hmm. All right, smoky pussy. Let's eat this.
Gross.
oh yeah.
Oh.
See, this is the epitome of the sipping kind of whiskey.
Yeah.
Have a cigar, maybe some smoked meat on the side, and then you're just sipping this. And remember this, so they make an Ardbeg 10-year that's just so much fucking smoke. It's just like drinking liquid smoke. That's alcoholic. This one, it tones it down a lot more.
This one you have to sip. That fucks you up if you drink all of it. Oh, dude. It's so much smoke.
No,
Look at Craig. Craig's like fucking dying. It's too much, huh?
No, I'm actually. I like that a lot.
I know. See,
it's not bad. It's just so
it's
much.
so good. Now you know why I'm like, I got to put this fucking away because I can't just slam this $80 bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, dude, that's spicy liquid smoke right there. That's
You know, can you imagine it, dude, with like some smoky burgers and stuff like that?
Yeah, that would be fucking perfect. I do want some tobacco right now too. It's like that would be so fucking perfect.
Yeah,
dude.
like
Playing-
a cigar, not a cigarette. in my
Playing
opinion.
cards, yeah, smoking a cigar,
I love
eating
how
a
it
big
says
fucking
smoking
burger.
notes as if that's like a tiny piece of it.
Well, compared to, I have to get you guys the 10-year version because this one's child's play as far as the smoke goes compared to the 10-year.
How much is the 10-year?
A lot cheaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So they found their peak.
They have some releases that were limited time, and so they're super expensive now if you can find it.
Got it.
But I'm going to look for it when I go to California because Utah, of course, doesn't stock it.
Yeah. All right. You guys got anything else?
No.
Well,
I can't taste any wood in this one.
no.
Do you
Not-
taste
well,
bacon and bonfire?
I can taste the bacon and bonfire.
I can taste
yeah.
that. Yeah, I can taste smoke.
Yeah. That's all I can
my
taste.
My breath is now just smoke.
Did
but
you eat a campfire?
It's like I'm Smaug right now.
Yeah.
And then you didn't notice, so this one has markedly more percentage than even the Bullet. So this one's at 54%, 54.2% alcohol by volume. That one's at 45%.
That's pretty high.
Yep.
And
That's
so
decent.
you didn't notice the alcohol as much in the Ardbeg as you did for the Bullet.
I can tell that it has more, but I don't
It's
taste
just
it.
not as much burn, yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Well, there you go. Now you guys know why I prefer whiskey.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it for us, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.
Mankind has always been the poison.
Give up on yourselves and give up on the world.
Every puzzle has an answer. You dumbass. Kick logic out and do the impossible. Remember that.
I'm glad I met you guys. You made me pick up on things I probably would have just gone on ignoring.
Don't believe in yourself.